back. Okay, so it's been obviously a couple of months since I did a video. I would apologise for that, but obviously I haven't been playing golf, so there'd have been no point in me making videos which would have just been me sat around being miserable, not playing golf. If you didn't watch my last video, you're probably wondering what I'm on about. Basically, I had sort of a bit of a meltdown and decided I didn't want to play golf for the foreseeable future. If you haven't seen that video, probably don't bother going to check it out. It's just like I say, a bit of a melancholy time. What am I on about? God, I've forgotten how crap I am at this. Welcome back, everyone. I can tell it's been a while since I last played because I can't even remember where certain things are in my golf bag. Not my clubs, obviously, I can see them, but you know, like pitch mark repairer, ball marker, that kind of stuff. And also, as you can tell from my nose, it's absolutely freezing, whereas last time I was playing in the UK, it was like t-shirt weather. This isn't actually the first time that I've played since that video. About a week after that, I played in this cross-country golf thing, which obviously I was still kind of in a hate golf mood, but I'd already basically committed to it, and it was good last year. It's basically where they make a completely different course on the golf course, and that makes no sense. For example, you play from like the first tee to the fourth green, so some of the holes are like, I don't know, 700 yards. You've got to work out how to get there, so it's just good fun. So I thought I'd do that. That was fine. And then last week I was on holiday in Australia and played 9 holes with a mate who lives out there, just sort of messing around really, like crappy rental clubs, no hope of playing well. But yeah, that was my sort of first taste of golf in a couple of months. So I've had quite a bit of time off, and I do feel like I'm ready to come back to golf now, but in quite a different way to where I was before I packed it up. Obviously I was taking it really seriously, practicing a lot every day, and it was all about trying to get to scratch. And I think, unsurprisingly, really looking at it, that's why it stopped being fun. I'm just going to find my ball. I actually hit quite a nice high draw, which is sort of unusual for me, so if that's what a couple of month break does, maybe that's the answer. I can't even remember my yardages, it's been that long. I've got 77 yards, I'm just going to flick something and see what happens. About the wonderful joys of trying to film winter golf, where basically my cheapo tripod just blows over every 2 minutes. Wicked. Get a decent tripod, maybe even start using an actual camera. I'm absolutely ripping it. Anyway, I was practicing a lot, basically more than I actually wanted to, which was the first time in my life where I was ever doing golf because I felt like I should or I needed to. Before that, I was always in a situation where I wish I could have got to golf more than I could. Whereas this year, I was sort of got to a stage where I was forcing myself to go just because I was like, well, I need to practice, I need to get better, I need to get to scratch as quick as possible. So obviously after a while that wasn't fun. Standing on the putting green, practicing 3-foot putts for 2 hours, sometimes isn't actually that exciting. And so I've realised now that, you know, obviously this isn't my job, it's unlikely to ever be my job, and I'm not even sure I'd ever want it to be my job. So I don't need to be doing that. Obviously, to be a decent golfer, to be a scratch golfer, you do need to practice, but you can get to scratch by practicing the amount that you want to practice. You know, even when I was not trying to get to scratch, I'd always practice because I always wanted to get better. That's the appeal of golf for me, trying to get better. My main objective now, well, my objective is still to get to scratch. That hasn't changed, but the way I'm looking to do it is going to be a bit different. So I've realised that the biggest danger for me to not reach scratch is obviously if I give up golf. Pack up golf, I'm never going to get to scratch. So kind of my joint biggest objective is to enjoy golf. So if I don't feel like practicing or playing for a few days, then I won't. I'm not going to make myself. And conversely, if I feel like practicing for 10 hours one day, then I'll do exactly that. I'm also just going to be much less hard on myself. So, where's the tee? I run a mat here. You know, before I was so determined, so focused on scores that I just, you know, I'd only enjoy it if I went out and shot like my best ever round. And that obviously isn't how golf works. No matter how good you are, you don't play your best very often. So I want to get back to the stage where even if I don't score that great, I've actually enjoyed it. I've got absolutely no chance of seeing where this goes straight to the sun, but I'm going to hit it, walk down the fairway and hopefully find it. No idea where that went, but whereas the other two have felt great, that felt pretty grim, so I'm not optimistic about finding it. So I did find it. It was about half a yard from going out of bounds. I hit it, didn't have time to film that because there's a guy now behind me. That hit an overhanging tree about 20 yards in front of me, dropped straight down, hit it again, still couldn't see it, but I think it's on the sort of left edge of the green now. This guy behind's absolutely motoring. He's like halfway down the fairway already. So I'll have to let him go or skip on a different hole or something. I bogeyed that last hole and I'm on a par 3 now. I've hit it just right at the green, I think. I basically want to get to a stage where if you see me out on the golf course, you see me walking down the 18th hole, you can't tell if I'm 5 under or 25 over because I'm enjoying it either way. That might seem a bit optimistic. Not everybody looks chuffed if they're 25 over par walking down the last. But I was at the stage where, you know, I could be one over my handicap after 9 holes, and if you looked at my body language, you'd think I'd lost an arm. That isn't conducive to playing good golf, and also, as I learned, it's not conducive to wanting to keep playing golf. I'm taking it easy. I'm not going to sort of throw myself into it and start coming every day, particularly when it's this cold. I'm not going to force myself out if it's -5 and the last thing I want to do is play golf. I'm just going to play with people I enjoy playing with. That's another thing I need to not do, is I fell into the trap of comparing myself to other people. So obviously a lot of people at my club know I'm doing this thing, and you get some people who are genuinely, you know, supportive and wishing you well, and there's other people who maybe aren't as supportive, which is fine. You know, everybody's got their own mind and their own feelings, do what they want. Hold on, I'm just going to hit this shot. I've got too much into the trap of worrying about what other people are thinking. Like, if I'm not playing well, I knew that people were looking at that thinking, well, hold on a minute, this guy's trying to get to scratch, and, you know, he's shooting 15 over in the competition. And also, if there's people who are, you know, outperforming me, who say don't practice as much as I was, I'd be thinking, oh, you know, what's going on there? Like, what am I doing wrong? I'm putting all this practice in, someone else is doing better, but so what? That's got nothing to do with me. The only person you need to compare yourself against in golf and in life, which I think I'm slowly realising, is yourself. If you're happy with how you're doing, you're working at getting better, that is all you need to be doing. If you start comparing yourself to other people in terms of golf or life or money or whatever, you're never gonna be content. So yeah, bit of golf/life philosophy from a red-nosed frozen idiot. This is why I should plan what I'm going to say in videos, so stuff like this doesn't happen. There's always going to be someone who's had a better round than you, or has got a lower handicap than you, just like there's always going to be someone who's got a better car or a better job. You know, unless you're the President of the United States and #1 on the PGA Tour, you're never going to be happy to compare yourself. What are you on about, you twat?